I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
And we are Field Velocities in Music, I think, sometimes. VIMTV! And today, for episode 185, we're getting up there. Phosphorescent. Here's to Taking It Easy. And what a solid album title. This band is just one guy. His name's Matthew Hoke, however you said Hoke or Hoke or something like that. But it's really led by him, and the album title is so aptly fit because this really comes down to just rainy day, chill music, taking it easy. It's Americana, indie folk, even a little alt country a lot of times. And then it starts off with this song that kind of sounds like Ariel Pink's Haunted Graffiti, and then goes into a more kind of dive into, you know, that folk Americana sound that I was talking about. But other than that, like this is an interesting album, and something that over the course of the couple weeks that I was listening to this, I felt more strongly about this album earlier on, and then in subsequent listens, I've gotten less and less into it, and I haven't gotten as much out of it, which is an interesting aspect and something that I have to take into consideration. I want to show to you guys. So you might like this at first, but if you're anything like me, it might wear thin after a little while. One thing that I want to note before I turn it over to Tom is just how good the production is on this album for the style. I think that the use of reverb and just how these songs were produced really adds to the music and makes them much more accessible. And plus, there's just a lot of really solid songwriting on here that I did get into. But Tom, what do you think?
I liked it. I liked that there was a lot of varied instrumentality. He knew when to keep things minimal.
Man, we have a cricket down here, and it's going to drive us crazy. It fits the album, though, so
it kind of does. It's like you're sitting on the front porch playing guitar, you know, crickets chirping away. But lots of varied instrumentality. He knows when to keep things minimalistic and when to really, you know, bring things out. And also his voice is just very nice.
Yes.
He just has a good voice.
Yeah.
And what you said about the production was spot on. It's not overproduced, but it doesn't sound raw and lo-fi. I mean, you can tell it was deliberate, and I appreciated that from it.
There's also some longer track lengths on this album.
Yeah.
You know, they're 5+ minutes long, but there's only, you know, it's only 9 tracks, so I like that he's still able to keep it concise, and because of all the good songwriting and good production and other things and good vocals, you're kept interested, and the songs are kept fluid enough that you don't notice how long they are, which is a huge problem in music today that at least Tom and I have noted that we don't like.
He also had the tact that with the longer track lengths, he kept the album to 9 tracks.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't need any more than that.
No. And the name Phosphorescent kind of fits it.
Yeah.
Now, there is this one track on here where it really gives a good mood change, and it's kind of a very different track, and it became one of my track picks because it was just so damn catchy. And that's track 7, Hey Me I'm Light, which is, really it's just Hey I'm Light, but it's spelled H-E-J, comma, Me I'm Light. I don't know what that means, but, you know, the album, the song is just, hey, I'm light. I mean, it just repeats over and over and over again, and it's at such a needed spot on the album. I really like how he did it, and for some reason, it just caught my ear, and I'm all about it.
And that song gets stuck in my head, too, and the layered vocals, the harmonies, and the kind of round setup of alternating when those vocals parts come in is really great, and it's very catchy, and I love how he just takes that and he builds it. I still would have loved just, like, one B part in there that even just happens, like, once in the middle of the song and then goes back to it. I feel like that would have switched it up. But then again, you know, he's not writing this album for me, and he's not going to please everyone. I'm glad that he did what he felt was necessary, and you can tell that this is very personal to him, a lot of this music. And not in like a sentimental, sappy way, but just in a meaningful, not self-indulgent, but just very comfortable, you know, like the album title implies. Here's to Taking It Easy. This is a guy taking it easy, making the music he wants to make, and he's very good at it.
Yep. My favorite tracks, I like track 3, We'll Be Here Soon. Track 4, The Mermaid Parade. A little bit of Dr. Dog kind of poppiness there. And then track 7, Hey Me I'm Light.
I'm going to go with track 2, Nothing Was Stolen. Track 5, I Don't Care If There's Cursing. And track 9, Los Angeles.
Track 9, Los Angeles is an awesome closer.
Yeah, it drags on for a long time. At first I didn't like it. Then after listening to it a couple more times, I really got into it.
Yeah, I felt the exact same way, and I like the mood of it too. You know, really, if you like bands like Clem Snide or the Mountain Goats. This is something you should really check out. Even Iron and Wine. I think that you would probably really like this album. I've never heard of Phosphorescent before this album in reviewing it, so it was kind of an interesting take on it, on that sort of style. But I'm probably going to give this, I feel like an even 74. It's not really even, but we'll go with it. And 74 is what I feel like this is. I'm
going to go 72. This is good songwriting, enjoyable, but yet he's not doing anything to really blow me away.
Right. It doesn't blow you away. And I think that that's kind of the point. And so for that, you know what, you got to give him kudos. He set out to accomplish what he did, and he nailed it. So here's taking it easy. That's what I'm going to take it easy with that score.
All right.
73 overall. Let us know what you know. We don't really know much about Phosphorescent because we've never listened to him before. But if there's fans out there that really like Matthew Hoke, or however you say his name, and tell us how to say it. But if you really like this style of music, let us know, because this is something that's starting to get a little bit more attention, and it's definitely something that I get into.
And I'm glad that it is getting attention, because it deserves it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that this kind of style, songwriters like this are coming to the forefront.
Absolutely. I think that wraps it up. I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
We are VIM TV, moving music critique forward.